Drunk again, Sebastian.
Who?
I'm very sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen, but your prisoner, he's no murderer, but my servant. Caderousse, take him to his room and let him not see another bottle.
No, it's no good.
No, we're taking him.
Turned in his mind. And when he's had too much to drink, the fit seizes him, and for hours on end he doesn't know who he is. Indeed, his poor inch of brain supplies him with a new identity. Do you know on the last occasion that he really believed that he was the Pope himself? Caderousse.
It won't do, Father. To threaten the life of the procureur du roi is a very serious matter.
Monsieur de Villefort is one of the best protected men in France. And if he'd heard that a priest servant had in a moment of lunacy made such a threat, I think he'd be laughing also. But no doubt you expected a large reward from the authorities in Marseille.
Oh, no, Father, we do our duty. There would have been one, of course.
Yeah, 500 livres at least.
Then you shall not go the poorer on my account. Here is your reward for bringing Sebastian back home to me.
500 livres,
And now go upon your way, my sons. You have my blessing, but always remember that Mother Church rewards those who serve her.
We won't forget, Father.
Oh, we'll pray for you.
The streets of Nîmes were rivers of blood. The riots were at their height. When my brother arrived, he was in uniform. The mob killed him because he served Napoleon. I went to the procureur du roi and asked for justice.
Monsieur de Villefort?
Yeah. He laughed. He said all Corsicans were mad. He said my brother was only a soldier of the usurper. That those who had smitten with the sword deserved to perish by it. There was only one retort to such a man. I declared the vendetta against him. I made my escape while he was getting over his surprise.
Yes, I can understand his surprise, Signor Bertuccio.
Well, he took the threat seriously. His police searched for me everywhere. Police. Then he went to Versailles. I followed him to Paris. I was waiting my opportunity to kill him, you understand. After some while, I discovered he was in the habit of visiting a house in Auteuil. I found out it had been let to a young widow.
What was her name?
I never knew it, but I saw her. One night, I climbed the wall. I saw her walking in the garden. She was pregnant, and I could guess very near her time. When de Villefort arrived, I knew that this was the place to kill him. There were trees, bushes planted in the garden. A few nights later, I entered the garden. I planned to lie in wait and strike when the time came for him to leave the house after his visit. The night I chose, de Villefort's mistress was in labor. Then another sound caught my ear. There was my victim. I could have slain him then, but for the moment, curiosity overwhelmed my hatred. I am Giovanni Bertuccio, thy death for my brothers.
I brought him finally to my brother's widow. We called him Benedetto. She raised him to manhood. She might as well have given her love to a mad dog. There was bad blood in him. Benedetto was cruel, heartless. He robbed us of our savings. And then he joined forces with a man called Cavalcanti. They passed themselves off as father and son, lived by their wits.
So you never discovered the identity of de Villefort's mistress,
No. But she was a lady of title. I kept the napkin, fine linen, embroidered with the letters H.N.
Well, I see that you're a student of heraldry, Signor Bertuccio. And so for all these years you imagined that you killed de Villefort,
I was so certain.
Supposing there was another who had even greater cause for declaring the vendetta against de Villefort, would you serve such a man?
Would depend much upon the man.
Saddle my horse, Bertuccio.
Yes, Monsieur l'Abbé.
Your Reverence. Yeah.
Mr. Thompson, Excellency.
My dear Count, how very pleasant to see you again.
It was very good of you to make the journey, Mr. Thompson. Can I offer you some refreshment?
Thank you, no. My carriage is waiting on the quay. I must be back in Rome by 8 o'clock to dine with Prince Vecchi.
Oh, in that case, I shall most certainly not detain you, except to ask you if you have more news.
I have indeed. A full report from my agent in Yanina. In it you will find all the circumstances attending on the death of Ali Pasha. They are not without a certain academic interest.
What news have you of his wife and daughter?
They were sold into slavery. It's all in the report. But the mother died on the journey to Constantinople.
And the daughter?
Purchased by an Armenian who sold her after 3 years in the slave market at Constantinople to Sultan Mahmud for a very handsome profit.
Mahmud.
These are the extracts from the prison register at Marseille relating to Edmond Dantes, which you requested.
Dangerous Bonapartist. Took an active part in the return from Elba. The most careful watch to be kept over him. To be kept in perpetual solitary confinement, signed de Villefort.
And this is the letter denouncing Dantes.
How did you obtain this, Mr. Thompson?
Improperly, I fear. It was pinned to one of the pages of the register. Feeling that by this time it had served its purpose, we so far exceeded our instructions as to slip it in our pocket.
Let us be rewarded. Bertuccio! I'm exceedingly grateful to you, Mr. Thompson.
Not at all. The performance of your pleasure is always, I find, a curiously stimulating exercise. I Well, frankly, I enjoy it.
Bertuccio, show Mr. Thompson to his carriage. And send Jacopo and Giulio to see me.
At once, Excellency.
Goodbye, Count.
Goodbye, Mr. Thompson. All the stores and water on board?
Yes, Excellency.
How soon can we put to sea?
Well, there's a fair wind. If I give the word now, we can be clear of Ostia in 40 minutes.
Good, see to it. What are you waiting for?
Where are we bound, Excellency?
Constantinople. All things are relative.
I don't agree, my dear Count. For example, I wield absolute power. My state is self-existent and relevant to nothing else whatever at all. So what do you say to that?
That you deceive yourself. Your power is limited by the boundaries of your empire and conditioned by the fact that you're a man who must one day die. Only the power of God is absolute.
Well, it is true. I shall surely die even as the meanest beggar in Constantinople, but there the comparison ends. I am not as other men. I am God's emissary on earth. The fulfillment of that power of which I spoke just a moment ago. Which reminds me, I'm sorry to interrupt our conversation, but I have to witness the punishment of this slave.
By all means. What was his crime?
He was found wandering near the women's quarters.
And what is the penalty for this offense?
The explanation is in 3 parts, 3 stages. Yesterday his tongue was torn out. Today his right hand will be severed at the wrist. Tomorrow he will be sewn in a sack and thrown into the Bosphorus. Can you imagine such an end?
Better than you might suppose. Are there no conditions under which this man might be spared?
None. Why do you ask?
It's of no importance.
But you are my guest. Your smallest wish is my concern. Name it, and you will be indulged.
Very well, give me this man.
Why should you desire this dumb monster?
For the very reason that he is dumb. I've always longed to possess a mute.
Very well. Here is one already made. Take him, I give him to you. He is yours. You have argued the only way that might make me reverse a judgment which fulfills the basic sacred laws of the Koran. Are you pleased with your gift?
What gift?
I've just given you a Nubian mute.
Well, I trust that you do not insult me by considering him a gift. As far as you were concerned, he was so much carrion. No, the Nubian is mine because I have a use for it.
What do you think of this girl?
She has a style of beauty which appeals to me.
I offer her to you as a gift. Are you insulted?
I accept her with gratitude. However, she is not the only member of your household that I wish to carry off to Europe with me.
Indeed.
Some months ago, you purchased a young girl from the Armenian slave dealer Azananyan. You paid 10,000 drachma in gold.
I regret I cannot make gifts of my concubines.
Nothing was further from my mind. I wish to buy the girl.
Why that particular girl? Who is she?
The daughter of your old enemy, Ali Pasha.
Oh, now, yes, I see. I think I know. But I think she has not yet been brought to my bed. I do not remember having seen her. But that can easily be remedied. Were you a friend of Ali Pasha?
I never saw him in my life.
Then why are you so concerned for his daughter?
I'm not. There is a certain man of great power and position who is my enemy. I intend to destroy him. To accomplish this, I require the daughter of Ali Pasha.
Then your enemy is none other than General de Morcerf.
You are very percipient. You take snuff?
No, thank you. 1 moment. Let me see. This is extraordinary.
Well, this is only remarkable in that it is cut from a single emerald.
It's impossible.
I admit the craftsmanship is superb.
I have the finest collections of precious stones in the world. But I've never seen anything to equal this.
Keep it. For the daughter of Ali Pasha.
You would give it for a woman?
Oh, no. I give it for vengeance.
You are a man after my own heart. The girl is yours. Well?
Your name?
Aide
Who was your father?
Ali Tebela Pasha of Yanina.
Tell me your story.
My lord, I speak only what is true. My father was that illustrious man called in Europe, Ali Tebela Pasha of Yanina, before whom all Turkey trembled. He was betrayed, murdered, and my mother and I were sold into bondage.
How old were you at this time?
13. I saw my father die, and these tears are witness of the great love I bear him.
Albert. But your breakfast party. Now, you mustn't keep your guests waiting.
To be delayed by my adorable mother is the best excuse in the world.
I'm not delaying you. You come uninvited to my bedroom. You wake me from sleep without reason.
Uninvited, perhaps, but for the most excellent reason. I wanted to kiss you good morning.
'Tis done. Well, you may go now.
You're very unkind to your devoted son. Well, I shan't go till you grant me a favor.
I'm always granting you favors.
Of course, but this one, dearest mother, is a special favor. Today, I have a special guest. At noon, when the breakfast is over, I would beg your honor of presenting him to you.
You must first tell me who he is.
This one you have never met. He's marked for your favor as he's for mine. He is the gentleman who rescued me from those dreadful bandits in Rome.
Oh, Albert, he saved your life. Of course you must bring him. I wouldn't forgive you if you didn't. Now go at once.
Till noon, mother. This morning you look about 20 years old. My dear Lucien, what an unexpected pleasure.
Unexpected, but I think you did invite me to breakfast.
Of course, but you're always the last guest to arrive. What happened? Has the ministry fallen?
No, my dear fellow, reassure yourself. We're always tottering, but we never fall. I'm early because I have not been to bed.
Ah, the charming Madame Danglars.
You're quite mistaken. Her husband was at home. I spent the night at the ministry. Writing 25 dispatches.
Don Carlos. Is it true you've driven the poor man out of Spain?
Oh, come now, Albert, you mustn't confound our plans. Diplomacy speaks in quite another language. Don Carlos is now the welcome guest of the French government.
Poor devil.
At this moment, he is enjoying our hospitality at Bourges.
Have you not slept at all?
Not a wink. I went home, changed, rode for an hour in the Bois, and here I am, deucedly hungry.
Monsieur Beauchamp.
Come in, come in.
Good morning, Albert. Good morning, Lucien.
Good morning, Beauchamp. How's that damned newspaper of yours?
Exposing your government, as usual. And what, my dear Albert, is the occasion of your hospitality?
To introduce you to a new acquaintance.
Man or woman?
A man.
Oh, dear, one knows so many already.
Ah, but you do not know this one.
Monsieur de Chateau Renaud, Monsieur Maximilien Morel.
Welcome, Chateau Renaud. Safely back from the wars?
By the skin of my teeth. It's good to see you, Albert. I introduce Monsieur Maximilien Morel, Captain of Spies, my friend, and, what is more, my preserver. A hero of the African campaign.
Monsieur le Conde de Chateau Renaud knew how much pleasure this introduction would give me. You are his friend, be ours also.
Thank you.
Allow me to present you Monsieur Bouchon.
Monsieur.
Monsieur Debray. Monsieur Morel.
And now, Albert, can we eat? I'm very hungry.
Albert won't allow it. We have to wait for his guest of honor.
Guest of honor?
Yes.
I invited him 6 months ago when I was in Rome for 10 o'clock this morning.
How quite extraordinary. You surely don't expect a casual acquaintance to keep such an appointment, do you?
I don't know. I think he will either be here on the stroke of 10...
Precisely 2 minutes.
Or he will not come at all. In which case, gentlemen, we shall not wait.
Thank heaven.
All the same, Albert, in case he does come, tell us more about this extraordinary being. For a start, what's his name?
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Well, that's a very poor start. I've never heard of such a title.
Do you remember my adventure in Rome?
When you were seized by bandits and held to ransom, yes.
But I told none of you the full story. I had already met the Count who was staying at the same hotel. He made himself amiable in a number of ways, but when I was captured, I was near the end of my stay and my credit. I had no hope of finding the ransom demanded by the bandit chief.
How much was it?
4,000 Roman crowns. If it wasn't paid within 12 hours, I was to forfeit my life. Frankly, I had abandoned hope. However, I wrote to the only man I knew.
Monte Cristo.
Yes.
And he obliged.
Not in the way you might imagine. He didn't pay a penny.
Then he came armed to the teeth with a regiment
He
behind
hadn't even a knitting needle, and he came alone.
And then in what way?
He procured my release by speaking 2 words to the bandit chief.
Nothing else?
Nothing.
Well, I suppose they apologized to you for seizing you.
Not to me. They apologized to Monte Cristo.
A fantastic story. If it were anyone but you, Albert, I wouldn't believe a word.
However, this is the exact truth.
10 o'clock. Your magician has failed to appear. Come now, Albert, you said it yourself. Upon the stroke of 10 or not at all.
Oh, no, we mustn't be unmanly, I insist. Give in to the last stroke.
That's it. We eat.